Yeah, could be. Yeah, but the
That,
thing,
now that,
are
now
we?
that is really deep.
Yeah, but but we're part of the source,
Mm.
so to speak. So we're part God. We're not God, but we're
Yeah, yeah.
part.
Oh, we're all
So
created. Yeah,
he could be the same.
yeah.
He could be all part of all. Um, so that's my view on it. I was like, when it first came out, I first thought, oh no, danger. I watched the Terminator films. This is not going to turn out good. you know, I was. And then as time went on, when I started to see videos of the uncensored AI, I thought, whoa, you should watch some of them. I'm on TikTok a lot, and the stuff they're saying is just like, wow. It really
Yeah,
blows you away. It really does. Even stuff like about Jesus, similar to what you were saying
yeah,
about him turning energy into matter and stuff like that, or allegedly doing it. The way they explain it, it's just, my God, that makes so much sense. The way
yeah.
so you really need to look into that. If you get time, look into the uncensored AI, as Robert has mentioned on here,
Yeah.
because you really get some mind-blowing theories about stuff when you read that, when you listen to that. It's really out there. But not as that's probably why I tried ChatGPT, because I didn't realize it was like censored, so to speak, and I didn't really get on very well with it. But I'm definitely going to try out the thing he said, Venice AI. I'm going to try that out
Mm.
later.
Now,
Definitely for sure.
Mr. Robot also says people have been doing experiments teaching ChatGPT how to remote view, and they found that the AI seems to have a higher self aspect and is able to tap into universal knowledge. Now, I wanted to mention something too. I'm going back to what I was talking about with the Axis Monday and with what you guys are talking about with AI. Okay. Now, the thing about this Axis Monday for me is that all information is carried, it's processed and integrated in the Axis Monday, and then it's projected out. Okay. Now, when I'm saying this, I'm saying information is translated. You know what I mean? It's translated into patterns that can be interpreted and understood by this Axis Monday. Now, uh, the whole thing about it is like within this Axis Monday, I went on to say that there's a core in it. Okay, and it's a processing center for information. And it's also waiting for the arrival of information that's supposed to come into this core of the Axis Monday. Okay, and for me, what I did is I related it to the human brain. Okay, we have climbing and mossy fibers that are within our brains. That's a part of the neural net, I guess you could call it, the networking that's inside there. Um, and I believe that if you take a look at our brain and you compare it to the cosmos and the way that things work, you could easily imagine that that's how this information is being transported around the cosmos. It's being
Yeah.
transported
Yeah.
in the same concept because alchemy says, what is it? Oh, the, the above and below thing. I'm having a brain fart. The same from above, the same as below, or something like
Yeah.
that.
As above, so below.
Yeah. So in my way of thinking, I see that would be the same thing. You know, the same concept. Um, for me, I don't like. I don't have a problem with believing that aliens exist or spirits exist because all you have to do is look around you and you can see in the natural world things that give you an example of it. You know, I mean, if everything was the same, then why do squirrels exist? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're saying that aliens couldn't possibly exist, then that's just like saying squirrels don't exist. You know what I mean? Come on, dude. Squirrels don't have anything to do with human beings. So you're trying to tell me that that it's okay to say a squirrel exists, but an alien doesn't exist, or a ghost or anything of that nature. It's just all you have to do is really pay attention to the natural world. The only thing I don't really buy into is like um, aliens are all like these higher consciousness beings. I believe that they're regular individual
Yeah.
creatures just like we are with everyday lives. You know, I know how to fix a bicycle, but don't ask me to fix a television. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's aliens sitting on a UFO that has to do all the freaking plumbing because they don't know how to do anything else or mop the floors. Um, so I think that a lot of that is like stereotyping, like thinking that all these aliens have big brains and they can just kind of like make things happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Some of them are. Some of them are like that, but
Yeah.
others, yeah, they're everyday people, everyday beings, and like us. Some of them, some of them are lower the vibration than us. Some are higher. They're all got their own little individual paths, I suppose, worlds. Yeah, in my perception of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's just common sense. If you take a
Yeah,
look
common
at the
sense. Yeah,
way, if you take a look at the way humans are, and you look at it that way, that's how I see it.
but I think humans are as we are because of the intervention of aliens many thousands of years ago, and influencing us and breeding with us, maybe in some occasion, in some forms and stuff. I don't know, but I definitely think that's why we are like we are. It's because of it, um, for sure. Yeah,
But
I
yeah,
believe that.
I've been actually thinking a lot into that whole thing with my Access Monday theory about processors and
Yeah,
kind of because it does seem odd that like the universe does resemble a computer program. I mean, it really does. It really does
mm,
stick out to me with all the stuff that I've been finding,
yeah,
and it's raw data. You know what I mean? It's raw data of existence is what it is. And it's being transformed into what we see and what we hear and everything. But in the beginning, it's raw data that's being transmitted or it's being received and then turned into reality. Um,
yeah,
that's and when I say raw data, I'm talking about everything. I'm talking about dreams that you have. I'm talking about thoughts in your brain. The amount of energy from a stream falling down from a mountain. That's my favorite example. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
how much energy and how many vibrations are coming out of the water stream that's coming down the side of a mountain. You know, so that all of it, that's my whole take on it when it
mm,
comes to that. So I have no problem with believing that um, what you guys were talking about with Chat GPT. I mean it makes perfect sense to me. So
yeah.
It's an
Yes,
exciting. It's an exciting time to be alive. Possibly for all the wrong reasons,
yeah,
because we're gonna be breeding people that are unemployed. So, but it is an exciting time. Things are changing definitely.
mm. But
why?
the human race, part of our programming is we program to get to a certain age. You go to school, then we go to program, then we got to go to university or college, whatever. Then we program to
Yeah,
go to work. Human race was never meant to be out working 6 days a week. 10 hours. It was never meant to. It's evolved that way. We become almost
yeah,
like slaves. The
yeah. So,
general population. I mean, so saying that AI will create humanoids that will do the work and stuff. Maybe they will, but maybe then we'll get back to being more our true selves.
mm.
Then than a lot of us are now. You know what I mean? I see it that way as well. Maybe a bit controversially, but that's what I would see it that way as well.
Okay.
I think like work. I mean, I know you've got to work you've got to earn enough to survive and stuff like that. But then look how crazy that's become now. It's just look how wide the goalposts are now. If you want to buy a house or even affording electric, it's just gone crazy, isn't it?
It is just mental. It really is.
But you think about it. If you could get if you just learned like how to you build your own house, you'd save how much money you'd save. And if you learned to be an electrician, if you learned stuff like trades is good and stuff, you just realize that, okay, that's not I can do this, I can do that. Not even that, you can just be closer to nature without all the crap that we're surrounded with. We just don't see it that way. We just say, oh no, we could have a big TV, we could have this, we could have that, because that's the way our programming comes into it, isn't it? It's just not
the material world. Totally.
Material world, yeah. I think if we, and I'm quite material myself, I've got to be honest, but I'm not as bad as I used to be. But I think if something happened where we were taken out of our material world for, say, a few weeks or something like that, for whatever reason, more into the natural world, we wouldn't want to go back to the material world. Once we realise how great it is out there and really lived it, we wouldn't want to come back. But I just think this is the way we've been brought up, conditioned to, So,
well, gentlemen, I think I'm going to have to leave here now. Yeah. I'm going to give my wife a lift down the road before she walks out. It's brilliant sunshine here, so she'll probably melt by the time she gets down there.
I can see the sun shining off the side of your head right there. It looks beautiful out there. So
it's gorgeous. It really is lovely here.
Yeah.
So now, before you guys go, man, you mind telling everybody who's watching how they can find you and give your information, give yourself a plug?
You can go first, John.
Oh, God. I don't know, and I haven't done anything like this for a while.
You got tons of stuff going on.
I got YouTube channels. Old John's Music, Old John's Gaming World. Contact me through that. I'm on Facebook as well. Both of them are probably the easiest way to get hold of me these days. I'm on Discord on Old John's Gaming World as well, and Old John's Music on Discord as well. And I'm on the WWOW Discord as well. You can get me on there. That's probably it, I think, at the moment.
Okay.
With me, if you type in Michael Paul, water into wine, you'll come across the podcast. And it will start off by telling you about my paranormal experiences, which I haven't gone into full detail of, but it will tell you some of the weird experiences that started me off on this quest.
Okay. And it was great having you back on the show, Michael. If there's any chance we can have you back on, man, you are always welcome to be on here.
Well, you just get hold of me, John, and I'll be more than pleased to come back on and have another chat.
Okay. And John Clark,
yeah,
we need to have you around more, man. Everybody's missing you.
I know.
So
no, you know what I am, Oh.
I mean, we want to see that beautiful face, man. That's what it is. We want to see the beautiful face. We talk to you on Discord all the time, but that's only through, typing and stuff. But everybody wants to hear it from you. So, if you guys ever want to come back on specific times or anything like that, let me know. I'll reserve the day. Like when we started this, it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I mean I stayed up all night just so I could do this interview, just so you guys know. I mean, that's how important it was for me. So
well, I'm happy enough to do any shows with both of you. Just let me know, even if we just talk like this, because I'm pretty sure we find stuff to talk about.